Mom and Dad, the support and love you guys showed us growing up is not something every child gets. Growing up in a home where the four of us shared the same passion was such a blessing. Dad, you built us an outdoor rink, not because you thought your boys would make it to the NHL, but because you knew we loved it and it would get the four of us out of Mom's hair. Mom, at times you must have felt like you lived in a locker room.
A legend laces up his skates one final time, his voice cracking over the PA as he utters words no hockey fan ever wanted to hear. Words that hit like a slapshot to the chest, leaving 18,000 souls frozen in their seats, jerseys clutched tight, as the reality sinks in. The game's about to lose a titan, and the ice will never feel the same again. For those flipping on the game between sips of Molson or Bud, Henrik Lundqvist is the New York Rangers king. The Swedish goaltending god who redefined clutch with 459 wins, a Vezina trophy, and 11 straight playoff runs. The man whose glove hand defied physics and whose smile lit up Manhattan, carrying the Blue Shirts through decades of heartbreak to the brink of Stanley Cup glory, only to face one final, soul-crushing curtain call. Tonight, October 12, 2025, in a seemingly routine preseason clash against the Islanders, the air crackles with an unspoken dread. Lundqvist, now 43, back for a ceremonial one-game contract after retiring in 2021, steps onto the ice not as a broadcaster or coach, but as the Rangers' netminder one last time, his farewell skate hiding a bombshell that's about to shatter the hockey world. Please like, share, and subscribe for more NHL content. The whispers start in August. Lundqvist spotted at Rangers training facility, over Gatorade cups. But the cliffhanger looms. Why now? Why this game? Why not just stay retired? October 10th, the Rangers announce it quiet like a special appearance against the Isles, Lundqvist starting in net for the first period, a nod to his 15-year reign. Tickets vanish faster than a Panarin breakaway, scalpers raking in thousands, fans flooding Midtown with signs, "One more save, King." But under the hype, a shadow grows. Insiders leak he's been meeting with doctors, his heart condition from 2020 whispering again, the clock ticking louder than a game winner's horn. Game night hits like a Broadway blockbuster, MSG pulsing with 2014 Cup final fever, Lundqvist emerging from the tunnel to a standing ovation that shakes the rafters, his mask gleaming under the lights, that familiar number 30 a beacon in the blue sea. He's 43 but moves like 30, snagging a Barzell wrister in the opening minute, the crowd erupting like it's Game 7, but you sense it. Every save carries weight, every glance to the bench a countdown. First period flies, Lundqvist perfect on 12 shots, his glove a magnet, his grin a mask for something deeper. The Islanders press hard, Sorokin mirroring him in the opposite crease, but Henrik's in a trance. Poke checking a breakaway, sprawling for a deflection, the king holding court one last time. The buzzer sounds, 0-0. But the air's thick, fans chanting his name like a prayer, sensing the story's not done. Intermission buzzes with nostalgia, Jumbotron flashing Lundqvist's greatest hits, 2012 Vezina shutouts, 2014 finals heroics, but the beat reporters huddle, phones pinging with leaks. He's addressing the team post-game. The crowd's still buzzing, but the insiders, they're braced, the silence between anthems heavy as a playoff loss, the question burning. What's he hiding? Second period sees backup Shesterkin slide in, Lundqvist retreating to the bench, helmet off, eyes glistening under the glare. He's clapping for teammates, but his gaze drifts to the rafters, the banners, the fans waving, "Forever our king," signs. You feel the shift, the unspoken farewell in every nod, the arena holding its breath for what comes next, the ice itself seeming to mourn. The game grinds on. Rangers up 2-1 by the third, but the real drama brews in the tunnel. Lundqvist pulls coach Laviolette aside, words low but urgent, teammates stealing glances as they lace up. The clock ticks down, the final buzzer blaring, but the crowd stays glued, sensing the moment's weight, the Jumbotron cutting to Henrik at center ice, mic in hand, the world about to tilt. And there it crashes, the peak drama exploding like a game winner in triple overtime. Lundqvist's voice trembles over the PA. Tonight was my last skate in the NHL. I'm retiring. For good this time. My heart's telling me it's time, and I'm listening. The crowd gasps, A collective sob rippling through, because it's not just a goodbye. It's the end of a heartbeat that powered a franchise, his 2020 aortic surgery no longer a footnote but the final curtain. The reveal hits like a cross-check to the soul. Doctors had warned him weeks ago, tests showing his repaired heart valve straining under the grind, the risk of one more game too steep even for a king. He'd begged for this swan song, one period to seal the legend, and the Rangers, teary-eyed, said yes, scripting a farewell that's less about stats and more about a love letter to the game. Fallout rains down like confetti in a cup parade. Fans collapse into tears, jerseys flung onto the ice, Henrik. Chants morphing into wails, the garden a cathedral of grief and gratitude. Social media ignites. Hashtag thank you King trends globally, clips of his glove saves looping like hymns, from Stockholm to Soho, fans sharing blurry Barstool tributes, he was our guy, always. Rangers teammates swarm him, Fox and Panarin lifting him on shoulders like a conquering hero, Laviolette's voice cracking in the scrum, there's only one king. Across the river, Isles fans tip caps, even Barzell tweeting, respect, legend, the rivalry softened by a loss bigger than any scoreboard. NHL brass moves fast. Bettman's statement hits inboxes by midnight. Henrik Lundqvist embodied hockey's soul. His legacy is eternal. The league announces a tribute video for opening night, rumors swirling of a 2026 Hall of Fame lock, while youth goalie clinics in Sweden see sign-ups triple, kids dreaming in his shadow, pads too big but hearts bigger. Resolution settles like snow on the Hudson. Lundqvist steps back to broadcasting, his MSG Network booth now a throne, but he's at peace, family first, his twins skating in Gothenburg rinks, his grin wider off ice. Rangers pivot to Shesterkin's reign, but Henrik's banner raising looms for January, the garden already sold out, fans ready to cry again. Consequences ripple like a puck on open ice. Goaltending prospects flood tryouts, inspired by the King's grace, while heart health campaigns spike, Lundqvist's story saving lives off the rink. The Rangers' Cup odds hold steady, but the void. It's a crease no one fills, every save now a nod to the man who made miracles routine.